Welcome golfers, live on the veranda out here at UT Golf Club, University of Texas Golf Club. It's been our spotlight golf course of October for our first spotlight course here at the Callahan's General Store tour of Central Texas golf. We appreciate Callahan's for making this happen. We really want to tell the story of the great golf courses and the rich history of the great golf courses around Central Texas. And to help us with that, in addition to the golf guys on Saturday morning, Carl Mickelson and Bob Ballou, I'm playing through. Omar Uresti is going to be helping us on all these courses. Of course, a local pro, local high school star back in the day at Crockett High, Omar. University of Texas, as you can see, played with Steve Tremere at UT, who's in charge out here at UT Club. But we're going to go out and play a couple holes here. We're going to do that at every course. We're going to go on the course with Omar, learn some tips on how a pro would play really difficult holes. We're going to play number 7 and number 15 today. But Omar, just your thoughts on this golf course and this whole concept that we're doing. And thank you to Charlie Wilson and the guys at Callahan's General Store, kind of their idea to really tell the story. There's so much interest in golf now, because whether it's COVID or whatever's gone on, the passion and the interest for young people or older folks who want to get into golf, it's never been more popular.
Yeah, I mean, I think COVID definitely had a hand in that. It's getting golf more popular. People are able to, it just gave them more time because they were working from home, and so they didn't have to worry about the commute to work and wasting a couple hours in the car. In some instances 3 or 4, depending on where you live.
Well, and you're not taking vacations, and you're not going out to eat. And what am I going to do with this money? I'm still working, but I'm from home, and so golf really took off. So we at the Horn, Callahan's, Omar want to tour the golf courses around Central Texas, and we're starting with UT Club because it's going to celebrate its 20th birthday next year. Came online back in 2003, and you played golf at Texas when there wasn't a team course, right? So you understand how impactful this course has been for the program, which just won the national championship last year, won it in 2012 with Jordan Spieth and that crew. I mean, this has been a huge tool for the school.
It has been, and it's wish we'd had our own team course, but we had good courses to play. We had the Hills of Lakeway. I grew up playing Onion Creek Club, which was obviously a big for professional golf in the late 70s and 80s with the Legends of Golf, and but growing up or being able to come out here and play and practice over the last 20 years has really helped. I usually come out a couple of weeks. It's a little far from my house, but when I'm trying to get ready for a big tournament, I'll come out here and do a lot of practicing and getting ready. And great practice facilities, great golf course, a good test of golf, and it really can prepare you for majors and other important tournaments.
Yeah, and that's what the point is of the course for the program, recruiting, but obviously for these guys to get ready for big tournaments around the country. So it's a very well taken care of course, very difficult course with the practice range and all that goes on. So we're going to go out and get on the course, play a few of these holes, learn a little bit about the history of this course and what makes it really, really difficult. So come along with us. We're here at number 7 at the UT Club.
Yes.
A lot of these holes out here at the UT Club have a plaque dedicated to a great UT player or coach. Obviously, this is the Tom Kite hole. We all know Tom, major champion and great UT ambassador and golfer. Omar, now this is one of the toughest holes on the course, number 7. It's a long par 4. Tell me what we're going to play it here in a minute. Tell me what makes it so difficult.
Well, the tee shot is very premium. You got to hit a good tee shot. If you hit a draw, it plays a little bit into your favor. I don't, so it plays pretty tough for me. It's a fairly long carry down the left side over the creek, and if you can hit a draw around the corner a little bit, you're gonna have a little shorter shot into an uphill green that's protected on the left side by a bunker short, and it's got the creek that runs along the left side, and you can bail out right, but the pitch shot's not always that simple.
Where is the miss out here? If you're coming out here to play the UT Club and you're not a professional, we all try to find the miss because obviously there's water up the left side, as you can see. So you can try to take it on and get across it. I'm sure it's probably a shorter second shot and approach, but if you play off to the right, you got a long approach to an uphill green. That's a challenge.
Yeah, so your miss is going to be down the right side of the fairway. It usually kicks off the hill a little bit, and will come back towards the fairway if the rough's not too thick. But so the misses on this hole are to the right side. So you want to be right of the green. You want to be just right of the fairway if you're going to miss it.
Before we play this hole, we got a group in front of us right now. What does Tom Kite mean to you as far as Texas golf? I mean, he's older than you, so as you're coming up and growing up in Austin, Texas, and going to Crockett, then going to UT. Tom Kite had to be quite a big presence.
He was. We both, at the time I was in high school, we were both getting lessons from Chuck Cook, and played a lot of golf with him. So I got to see some really good work ethic, how hard he worked on his wedge game. Got to play some golf with him, like I said, and it'd be kind of interesting out there playing golf with him. He'd hit a shot really good in there to about 10 or 12 feet, and he would turn to Chuck. He's like, "Chuck, that's just about 10 feet higher than I want to hit it." I'm like, "You just hit it 10 feet, you know." But he was just a model of consistency and hard work.
Yeah, Tom Kite also a great ambassador for UT. He's always at the basketball games, football games, loves his Longhorns, as Omar does too. So let's play this hole. Once this group gets out of the way, we'll tee it up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of take it over that little crepe myrtle that's right down there by the water, and it should hopefully fade a little bit to the right and be in the fairway. Can't do it much better than that.
Right over the crepe myrtle.
I ended up hitting a really good drive, ended up right here. I'm 163 yards. It plays about 8 to 10 yards uphill. And then with a little breeze into us today, normally it would be a downwind second shot, but with the wind kind of coming out of the north and the east, it plays a little bit more into the wind with it.
Well, for us hackers, you mentioned it though, but with the elevation, how does that change your distance for the guy that's just learning to play golf? What's he thinking here?
It's going to be almost a club difference.
Okay.
Just about a full club, and then plus it's into the wind, so it's going to be. I'm going to try and hit a full 6-iron here. I don't know if it's going to get all the way to the hole. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
It did get on, but I'm going to have a tricky putt coming up the hill. This shot actually turned out a little better than I expected. I think we'll take that par.
We just made a par at number 7. So here's another long par 3 here, but this is a cool plaque honoring the Haskins Award winners who played at UT. So that's obviously the golf version of the Heisman Trophy, let's put it. We got Ben Crenshaw 3 times, Bob Estes, Justin Leonard, Brad Elder, Bo Hostler have all won that award as the best amateur golfer, collegiate golfer that year. So pretty cool to honor those guys. And we talk about that with the recruiting and coming through here as a high school kid to play these holes and learn the history of Texas golf. I think it's got to be a great element, Omar, for the current and honoring the past, but also for the future of the program.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure there'll be more UT names on this list in the future, and obviously you got 2 major champion winners on there, so multiple majors there, and it's just something great for the collegiates to strive for, and to be able to win that award is something special for those guys.
We asked Steve Tremere, the director of golf out here, the COO, the toughest holes. He mentioned the one we just played, and Omar made a par on number 7, the Tom Kite hole. This is number 15, as you can see there. Another long par 4, 472 for the pros and for the UT players. 437 from the tips where Omar will likely play. This is a cool plaque too, honoring the men's and individual national championship teams at Texas. So obviously this needs to be updated because there's only 3 there. They won it this past year in 2022. So they're gonna have to add a plaque. You also have the individual winners on both the men's and women's side. So Ben Crenshaw again, Ed White, Tom Kite, Justin Leonard. Pretty great stuff. And Jordan Spieth, all these great guys that have helped win national championships. And what a great year, Omar, for the Texas golf team.
Yes.
With Scotty Scheffler ascent to number 1 on the PGA Tour, and Jordan still being Jordan, and win an NCAA championship, only the fourth in the almost 100-year history of the program. That's big time.
Yeah, it is. You know, and a few other guys, Dylan Fratelli and Hostler, and several UT players out there. They're getting their games going and starting to play good out there.
All right, we'll talk about it with Steve. But we talked a little bit about it. But the recruiting tool this golf course is, when you're trying to recruit the best players in the high school ranks and the junior ranks to come play at Texas, this has to be a big advantage to get to play this course. It's a great spot, but also to tune your game up. You're not going to find a better test of golf.
Yeah, it is. It's a very good test of golf. The practice facility is amazing for the guys. Really good chipping, short game area, and putting green for them to work on, and the range itself is a good range and it's always in good shape for them.
Well, then you show up and Jordan Spieth might be out there chipping, and that doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, every now and then, definitely. I know Dylan Fratelli comes out quite a bit, and I think Hostler comes out here on occasion, and once in a blue moon, you actually even get Sergio Garcia out here.
Oh boy!
There's a tee box back there at 472. Where the team plays from and the pros, and then there's an up tee box that's 437. So we're going to play the 437 one today, see what we can do. So this hole right here, I'll kind of be taking it down the center, and hopefully it'll fade just a little bit, but not too much. It's not a very fun shot if you're behind that little oak tree down there on the right side of the fairway. Again, I hit another good one somehow.
Field goal is good. It's right between the two trees.
They're pretty generous with us today, with the pin being on the left-hand side. It makes it a little more accessible. They put it over on the right-hand side behind the bunker. You got to bring it in high and soft, which isn't always easy to do. And then the back part of the green, 5-10 yards actually slopes away from you, so you got to kind of make sure you stay a little short of the hole. Trying to figure out what club to hit here. Hoping an 8-iron's enough, but it just threw some grass up, and it felt like the wind was a little into. Came up a little bit short. I think there was a little more wind up there than I expected. There we go, another par. I'm happy with that.
Back to back on two of the toughest holes on this course. Now this is cool. Obviously you got Bevo, 13 with a statue, and then Lake Austin in the back. What a beautiful view here. And this plaque is it's called Heading North, and it talks about Jordan Spieth and all his accomplishments, his help with UT winning that national championship back in 2012, and then on to win the majors that he's won. So this is one of the newer plaques out here. The UT Club will turn 20 next year. This is one of the newer ones, which honors what Jordan has already done in his young career. Pretty cool.
Yeah, just a great tribute to Jordan. He's such a great person, and as everybody knows, a great golfer. So hopefully he has more in him for future majors.
Now we're back at 18 where it all began. Omar, as you saw, with par and par and near birdie on two of the tougher holes on the golf course here at UT Club, number 7 and number 15. Saw some of the great plaques, and we're now joined by Steve Tremere, the COO, the boss. How many titles are you carrying these days?
3 or 4. Let's just use one. I've been called a lot worse.
Yeah. Well, thanks for letting us be on the property and tell this story this month and all the things we've done. This has been a lot of fun, and I know you love the history of Austin golf, and love UT, and what this course has meant for the program.
Yeah, the brand was fun. When we started putting the course together back in January of '03, one of the things we wanted to make sure was tell the story as you go throughout the whole property. So, Harvey Pennick, by default, he's going to get number 1. He coached here from 27 to 29, he coached here from 30 to 63. His brother was here first, and then, you had Hannon come in, but go through Harvey, Ed White, you got Morris Williams, Coach Hannon, Betsy Rolfs, all the way throughout the golf course. It's a great story to tell as we're heading into our 96th year of UT Golf.
Yeah, 100th anniversary is coming up, and the 20th anniversary of this golf course. And Omar and I were talking about the impact it's had just on, if he's getting ready for a big tournament, he can come out here and get ready. And the players themselves, as a recruiting tool, to bring the top high school talent or junior talent from around the world to play at UT, but also to prepare for the big events.
Well, way back in the day, we used to hit golf balls out at Mo Willie, and they were rubber. They'd fly about 83 yards before they dove off. Times have changed a little bit with the premium Pro V1X range ball, and it's become more of the expectation at the Division I level. So we're always benchmarking against all the best properties and just seeing how we could stay one step ahead of the next institution.
Yeah, Steve Tremere with us. And then it's not just 18 holes. You've got a 6-hole kind of a par 3 course, which we've brought online. I know the tennis team's now out here. There's a lot going on. And it's a private club and memberships, and there's a lot to go with that. But it's a really beautiful gem right here in West Austin.
It's really matured. We were founded as a golf club, and we've really evolved. And we took that little 5 acres down there with the Spieth lower 40 and made it one of the premier 6-hole short courses in the country. And you're starting to see a lot more of that with pace of play and trying to get around quicker. But yeah, 10 years ago we added the new tennis, indoor, outdoor. We added pickleball, resort-style pool. So it's really become a family club environment.
That is cool. And that lower, what do you call it, the lower 40, Omar, I got to think a lot of guys who wrap up our 18, they're still got to decide some bets. They probably ought to head down to the lower 40 and try to settle those things.
Yeah, I imagine they do. I've only been on it a couple of times myself, but it's definitely a lot of fun to go play and have little gambling games on.
There you go.
It's walking only too, so you can grab a backpack out of here, put a couple of fresh libations in the backpack and go knock yourself out.
Yeah, and you told me last time that it's kind of shoe wear optional. You go barefooted if you want to.
We actually wrote that in our rules that footwear is optional. Yes, it's beautiful zoysia, so it feels like walking on cotton.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Steve, thank you so much for your hospitality here this month, and we're gonna have a web page for you and launch all the information we've learned. And I think we all knew the course was here, but we've learned a lot about it and what's going on out here, how it helps the program, and the thriving golf mecca that Austin's becoming. As you said to us last time, Austin could use 4 or 5 more private courses and some more public courses. It's just hard to find land to do that.
It's very difficult in Austin, and when you get west of I-35, you go down about 12 inches, you hit solid rock. So, not to mention land cost and land purpose, it's very difficult to take that on when you're going out to try to find 200 acres. So, appreciate what you're doing to get Austin Golf on the board there. It's been around for over 123 years in this great city, and then I know we've got Lions coming up with their 100th anniversary here in 2 years.
That's right.
So it's a great story to tell. So we appreciate everything that you're doing.
That's right. We're on to Lions next month. So excited about that. And then all over Central Texas with the Callahan's General Store tour of Central Texas golf here on the Horn. We'll do it on air, on our digital platforms, on our website. So make sure you're checking back all the time to learn more as we go and learn. But thanks to the UT Club, Steve Tremere. Thank you, Omar.
Thank you.
You want to go keep playing back-to-back pars.
He's got game.
Hook 'em.
Hook 'em.